Hi everyone, welcome to the classes on fluid machinery. This is our third class on hydraulic machines. We will be discussing some more problems regarding our Pelton wheel. Here is our question that are following for the Pelton wheel. Head is given as 80 meter. The diameter of the jet small d is given as 100 mm. Discharge through the nozzle capital Q is given as small q is given as 1 through 0.3 meter cube per second. Power of the shaft is 206 kilowatt. Power absorbed is mechanical resistance 4.5 kilowatt. Okay. Discharge through the nozzle can be small q or capital Q. If it is mentioned thus number of jet is more than 1, discharge through the nozzle equal to Q, small q. If it is not mentioned about the number of jet, we can directly write as capital Q and small q are equal. Okay. Here it is not mentioned that about about the second nozzle, so we can directly the capital Q is equal to 0.3 meter cube per second. And the next one, power at the shaft, that is shaft power is given as 206 kilowatt. The last one is power absorbed in mechanical resistance. So mechanical resistance that is a power while after the runner the power is transferred to the generator. This is done by some couplings and shaft, and some amount of power is lost here, that is called the mechanical loss, and that is called mechanical resistance or mechanical loss. So the lost power during the mechanical transmission is called the mechanical resistance. So this will be the difference between shaft power and runner power. Okay. The first we have to calculate the power lost in the nozzle. That is, head available is 80 meter. Due to that 80 meter we will get a velocity. But actually we are getting a velocity or discharge of 0.3 meter cube per second. From that we can calculate the velocity. Q is equal to area into velocity, and the diameter of the jet is given. We can calculate the velocity. By using the 80 meter we will get another velocity. We are comparing these two, we will get a head loss. That is called the power loss in nozzle. So first we will calculate the velocity based on the discharge. So Q is 0.3 meter cube per second, and Q is equal to area into velocity of the jet. We will get the velocity as 38.197 meter per second. This is based on the discharge. And using that, okay, and next we will calculate the based on the head how much power it is developed. 2.35 kilowatt is the power developed, and based on this discharge water power half mv square, we can use for water power two equation, rho g qh and half mv square. Both will get the same values. By using the equation rho g qh we obtain the 235.44 kilowatt. That is by using the head is equal to 80 meter. In the second case, we will be using half mv square, where we will use the V1 based on the discharge we are obtaining. So that is after the water is transmitted through the penstock pipe, some amount of head is lost, and due to that head we got a velocity of 38.7197. Due to that velocity, we will get a water power of 218.85. So this is the actual water power we have to get, but we got a water power of 218 kilowatt. This is the difference between these two will be the power lost in nozzle. Actually it is the power lost while transmitting through the penstock pipe, or we can write the power lost in nozzle. The difference between these two will give the power lost in nozzle. Okay. The next thing we will calculate the power lost due to hydraulic resistance. That is the ratio between water power and runner power. So to get the runner power, we will the water power can be as power of the shaft plus power lost in mechanical resistance plus power lost in hydraulic resistance. So adding these two, we will get the total power, and the remaining will be power lost in runner. That is, this is the total power according to the 80 meter head that will be converted into shaft power. Okay, and during the conversion, some amount of loss in the hydraulic resistance, some amount of loss due to the mechanical resistance. So we have to calculate the amount of power loss due to the hydraulic resistance. That is the power lost in runner. We can calculate 8.35 kilowatt. Okay. I will go to our next question. Water available for a Pelton wheel is 4 cubic meter cube per second. And the total head from the reservoir to the nozzle is 250 meter. Capital H is given as 250 meter. The turbine has two runners with 2 jet per runner. Total discharge will be divided between these 2 runner and 2 jet per runner. So total we will have 4 jet. Okay. Total 4 cubic meter will be divided for 4 number of jets. So for 1 jet will get 1 meter cube per second. Okay. And all 4 jets have the same diameter. The pipeline is 3000 meter long. This will be given for calculating the head loss due to friction. Okay, the efficiency of power transmission through the pipeline is 91%. That is efficiency of power transmission. Actually, due to the 250 meter head, we should get 100%. But due to the efficiency, that is head loss due to friction, we will get 91% only. So using this 91%, we can calculate the gross head. And sorry, net head we can calculate. That is the difference between gross head and a friction head. So we will get the net head as 227.5 meter using the equation. Okay. And next thing, the efficiency of each runner is 90%. Hydraulic efficiency, runner efficiency means hydraulic efficiency is 90%. Velocity coefficient of each nozzle is 0.9. CV is equal to 0.975. Coefficient of friction 4F, that is for calculating the head loss due to friction, is equal to 0.0045. Determine the power developed by the runner, that is runner power, diameter of jet small d, and diameter of the pipeline. Diameter of the pipeline we will be obtaining from the equation HF is equal to 4FL V square by 2GD, where D is the diameter of the pipeline. Okay. So here we have the equation efficiency, hydraulic efficiency is equal to 91%. No, not hydraulic efficiency. Efficiency while transmitting through the penstock pipe, that is Hg minus Hf by Hg is equal to 0.91. So we will get the value of HF is equal to 22.5 meter and capital H is equal to 227.5 meter. The next thing we will be calculating the power developed in the runner. Okay, power that is runner power. In the question, hydraulic efficiency is given as 0.9, 90%. Hydraulic efficiency is the ratio between power developed by the runner divided by water power. So we have to calculate the value power developed by the runner. So water power equation we know rho GQH or half mv square. We can use either both equation depending on the data available. So here we have V we can calculate using the equation CV root 2GH, and half mv square rho GQH we can calculate. The Q is available, capital Q is available, so we can use the equation half mv square. Okay. So we will calculate the water power and hydraulic efficiency using this equation. We can calculate the power developed by the runner, that is equal to 7637.8 kilowatt. The next thing we have to calculate the diameter of the jet. Small d we have to calculate. So total discharge is 4 meter cube. We will have a 2 jet per 2 runner. So total we will have 4 jet. So for a single jet, the total discharge is equal to 1 meter cube per second. That is small q is equal to 1 meter cube per second. Small q is given by pi by 4 d square into v1. From that we can calculate the diameter of the jet. Okay. And the third thing we have to calculate the diameter of the pipe. So diameter of the pipe is given by the equation HF is equal to 4FL V square by 2GD, where V is the velocity of liquid flowing through the pipe. That is not available, so we have to use some other equation. Okay. Q is the discharge of water flowing through the pipe. It is given as 4 meter cube per second, and V is velocity of liquid flowing through the pipe is given by Q divided by area, where D is, so Q divided by pi by 4 d square, where D is the area of the pipe. So we are substituting the value V 4Q by pi d square. For the equation of HF, we will substitute the value HF 4FL V square by 2GD. Instead of V, we will be substituting 4Q by pi d square. And for Q, we will substitute 4. So for this equation, the only unknown is capital D. So we will get the value of capital D is 0.955 meter. Okay. So here is our next question. A 137 mm diameter jet of water, that is small d is given as 137 mm, using from a nozzle emerges a bucket of Pelton wheel. Jet is deflected through an angle 165 degree. So angle of deflection 165. From that we can write the value of phi as 15 degree. Okay. The head available at the nozzle is 400 meter. Capital H is given as 400 meter. Assuming the coefficient of velocity CV is given as 0.97 and speed ratio for calculating the U is 0.46. Reduction in the relative velocity is 15%. That is VR1 is the initial velocity, VR2 is the final velocity. So VR2 is equal to VR1 into 0.85. Find the force exerted by the jet on the tangential. Normally we will be using the equation for power rho a v1 v omega 1 plus or minus v omega 2 into u. So that is the equation for power work done per second. So here it is asked the force. So work done per second is given, work done is given by force into displacement. So we will be multiplying the equation rho a v1 v omega 1 plus or minus v omega 2. That is equation is multiplied by the bucket displacement u for obtaining the power. So here we are asked to calculate the force. So we will be using the equation rho a v1 v omega 1 plus or minus v omega 2. Okay. Plus and minus, the beta is not given, so we have to calculate whether it's a plus or minus. Okay. And the last thing we have to calculate the power developed. Rho a v1 v omega 1 u1 plus or minus v omega 2 u2. That's the power developed. So here using the equation we will calculate the value of v1 is equal to cv root 2 85.93 meter per second, and we will calculate the value of u is equal to 40.75 meter per second. So from u and v1 we can calculate the value of vr1, and from vr1 we can calculate the value of vr2, and u1 and u2 are same. u2 is equal to 40.75 and vr2 cos phi. So this is vr2 and vr2 cos phi will be this pair. Normally from this figure vr2 cos phi is greater than u2. Here u2 is equal to 40.75 meter per second. VR2 cos phi is 37.92 meter per second. So we have to redraw our figure. Normally we will be drawing this figure. If VR2 cos phi is less than u, the value of beta will be greater than 90. So we have to redraw our figure like this. The reason is VR2 cos phi. Now this is the VR2 cos phi and this is u2. In this figure VR2 cos phi is less than u2. So our condition is satisfied. So based on this, VR2 cos phi is less than u2, we will be redrawing this figure. So our equation will be v omega 1 minus v omega 2. For equation of force will be v omega 1 minus v omega 2. So VR2 cos phi is 37.092. So from that we can calculate the value of VW2. VW2 is equal to, from this figure, VW2 is equal to U2 minus VR2 cos phi. That is we will get the value of VW2. So the force is rho a V1 v omega 1 minus v omega 2. We obtain the value of force. And for work done, we will be multiplying the force with the velocity u. That is v omega 1 u1 into u. This is the equation for work done. Okay. So in this question, as the value of beta is not given, we cannot predict whether this figure or this figure we have to write for the question. So after finding the value of VR2 cos phi is less than U2, we have to conclude that we have to use the value of beta as greater than 90 and we have to follow the second figure. And using the second figure, we will be calculating the value of force and power. Okay, thank you.